Midnight, a cage, a voice so beautiful it almost killed him. Want more insane fantasy stories like this? Subscribe now.
A woman named Yumi, who has always struggled with insecurity and fear of abandonment, begins doubting her boyfriend's loyalty after constantly hearing stories of betrayal. And when her closest friend gently plants the idea of testing him by staging a fake disappearance, Yumi hesitates at first, but is slowly convinced that this dramatic act will finally reveal the truth about his love. So one ordinary morning, while her boyfriend leaves for work, unaware of what is about to happen, Yumi follows the plan and allows herself to be locked inside a hidden secret room built deep within the house, believing it will only last a few hours, and even feeling a strange excitement as the door closes behind her, completely unaware that this moment is not a test at all, but the beginning of a carefully orchestrated nightmare. The room is cold, narrow, and perfectly designed to imprison someone, with thick soundproof walls, flawless one-way mirrors that allow Yumi to observe every movement in the house while remaining completely invisible. No phone signal, no emergency button, and no ventilation sound that could alert anyone outside. And the most terrifying truth is that only her so-called best friend knows how the room truly works and holds the real power over whether Yumi will ever leave alive. Yet at first, Yumi remains calm, eating snacks, checking the time, and watching eagerly as her boyfriend finally returns home, walks into the bedroom, and finds the pre-recorded breakup video she left behind, collapsing onto the bed in shock and heartbreak, a sight that fills Yumi with secret satisfaction because she believes the test has worked and his pain proves his love. But her excitement instantly turns into fear when she reaches for the door and realizes the key does nothing. Her phone shows no signal, and her screams, frantic pounding, and desperate attempts to shatter the glass only leave her hands bleeding while not a single sound escapes the room, making her realize in horror that she is completely trapped just steps away from the man she loves. As night falls and turns into morning, hunger, thirst, exhaustion, and panic begin to consume her, forcing her to ration food, drink water from her hands, and survive on expired, mold-covered instant noodles scraped clean with a toothbrush, all while clinging to the belief that her friend will surely come back for her. Yet day after day passes in silence until her fragile hope is utterly destroyed when she suddenly sees her best friend entering the house late at night, laughing, drinking, and moving freely through the rooms. And the true horror reveals itself when Yumi realizes that her friend is not here to save her, but has come to replace her, seducing and sleeping with her fiancé, while fully aware that Yumi is watching everything helplessly through the mirror. Trapped in absolute silence, Yumi is forced to witness the slow theft of her life, her love, her home, and her future. Her screams turning into quiet sobs and eventually into numb emptiness as anger becomes useless and survival becomes the only goal left. And as days stretch into weeks, her mind sharpens through desperation, allowing her to notice small details like vibrations in the pipes and changes in water temperature, leading her to manipulate the hot water system in hopes of creating disturbances noticeable to those outside, which briefly sparks hope when her fiancé grows suspicious and even begins to suspect that the mirror may be hollow. But at the critical moment, his fear of losing money, status, and reputation overwhelms his conscience, and instead of saving Yumi, he chooses to walk away, knowingly leaving her to die in darkness. Weeks later, when her disappearance finally alarms her family and a strange message sent from her phone triggers panic, the secret room is at last opened, revealing a horrifying sight as Yumi is found skeletal, filthy, barely breathing, and mentally shattered. Yet when she regains consciousness, she shows no anger, no tears, and no resistance, appearing eerily calm as her fiancé betrays her former friend to protect his own future. But this calm hides a terrifying transformation, because as time passes, the truth is revealed that Yumi has not healed, but broken completely. And in a cruel reversal of fate, she restores the house, reseals the mirrors, and locks her former best friend inside the same secret room, chaining her ankle, controlling her movements, demanding obedience, and reducing her to a silent, submissive captive who dresses up, waits patiently, and lives only to please her captor, proving that the prolonged betrayal and isolation did not end with Yumi's rescue, but instead destroyed her humanity entirely, turning her from a loving woman into a cold, calculating predator, and completing a chilling cycle of psychological horror where trust, love, and morality are forever lost.